Welcome back to Sheman Cairo, Jamaica Life. As we all know, Marcus have been sick for over the past week and couple days, and just when you think it is over, something else just always present itself. Something terrible just always try to happen. The devil always try to present himself for reap, try and reap what he never sow. Because just when you think it is over, can you believe Marcus being sick for over a week and days, vomiting at home, being unable to eat, being unable to feed himself, to take care of himself, being unable to move around as he would regular do. All of that, Marcus reached out to him job. He informed them that he has been sick. So it's not like it's a case that he had not made them aware. He made them aware, he informed them, and now his job is going to call and tell Marcus that they no longer need him and he's now out of a job. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, people? And first and foremost, I want to say big up God, big up my lovely subscribers who had been commenting on my video, commenting, wishing speedy recovery. Those who have been praying for Marcus, big up on yourself, continue to keep him in your prayers, because Marcus is now out of a job because of this serious illness that Marcus have no form of control over. I was reasoning with Marcus and his sister, and they made me aware that it had been years, because I never knew, I never knew that it's been so long that this sickness had been bothering him, and now when him finally get a job, because he had been at home for so long, and now when him finally get something for say, him can go out there, him can be able to feed and take care of himself. Now because of this sickness, where him not have no form control of whatsoever, he has now lost his job, people. And can you imagine? I reached out to Marcus, and Marcus is not taking it very well. Marcus is in a state of depression, and that is not something that I would like for anyone, for anyone, especially a young, ambitious young man, because Marcus made it clear that he no want to be one of them who's, being on the corner begging $100. He don't want to be like that. He wants to be out there, and see as he finally gotten a job back, and out of nowhere, sickness take him up, and now his workplace is going to tell him that he's not needed anymore. So we can all just imagine, And I spoke with Marcus, and he told me that he's now back to square one. And when a person can tell you that they are back to square one, you can instantly feel and get the understanding of what a person is saying to you without them having to explain or say another word. So he's making it clear that he's back where he don't like to be, I have a platform and I have a voice, so I'm just coming out today, seeking a job for Marcus. For those persons on here who have job vacancies, for the bosses who are watching, for anyone with any links to any work, for youths who are interested in working, this is the time to step forward. I am seeking a job for Marcus, this serious illness that has been continuing to plague this young man's life has now cost him not only his health, of being unable to eat and vomiting for over a week, but it has cost Marcus his job as well, and he's now out of a job, he's jobless, and it saddens my heart to hear Marcus say that he is back to square one. And mental health is something that is real. People hardly speak of it, but it is real, especially when you have persons who live alone, they don't have anyone like that to talk to. As you heard in the video with Marcus' sister, she said she hadn't known, because if it was the case that she knew he was sick, she would have come to his rescue for all along. But because Marcus is a type of person who hides things inside, his sister never had a clue that he was sick until a few days ago. So you can imagine, what can be going through. Marcus said the stuff that he don't share. So persons out there who can help right now in getting back a job for Marcus as soon as possible, this is the time, Yeah, I just want to come out to make it clear that Marcus is out of a job because of his serious illness. And for persons who have been asking if he had gone to the doctor, no, he still have not yet gone to the doctor. But I can tell you that Marcus is recovering, He's not as bad as we have been doing over the past days, over the past week, where he had been vomiting, He told me that he begun to eat. The day that I visited and saw his sister, she cooked him soup, so he have begun eating again, and taking his own little time to recuperate, the recovering, but sadly, Marcus is now jobless. And as him tell me, he's back to square one, So I'm just seeking a job, to all the ears that this will reach and the eyes that will see, We are just seeking a job as soon as possible to get Marcus on his feet. And I have to big up Marcus, because that thought that he made, that him don't want to be begging anybody $100 bill. He want to be out there and make him own bread. Goes to show that he is ambitious. But because of the sadness that this sickness, the plague that it has been plaguing his life, taking him back and forth for so much years, sadly. But we just have to hope and pray for the best for Marcus. Everybody just keep him in our prayers, Continue praying for Marcus, Each one help one. So I just want to pass on the word that sadly, because of Marcus's sickness, he's now out of a job, and he's seeking a job because he don't want to be home, jobless. And thank God Marcus had been saving a little money, So that's why I made it clear that we weren't seeking donations, for Marcus. It's just because I went by him and saw him sick. I put out the video with him sick, so persons who really check for him, can do whatever. It wasn't the case seeking any donations, It was all my idea to help a young man in sickness. So, people, Marcus is now out of a job, and it's a good little thing. He had been saving, so that can go and help him, but for how long, And that is where the real depression I got take over, when him see all of what the little savings just gone, and him not see no work, nowhere for make ends meet again, for bringing money back. So I am just putting the word out, to all of those who love and care for Marcus, that is in need of a job. Get this young man back working, get him back on his feet, get him to a place of happiness, because he's one of us, and we can't left out each other. So big up on yourself, everybody. Continue like, share, subscribe, continue watching the ads, because that is how I get paid from YouTube, Big up on yourself. Until another time, bless up, keep Marcus in your prayers, everybody. Big up on yourself. To all of those who wants to help him, who wants to assist him in getting back a job, reach out to me. Okay? Big up on yourself.